Some players play with a higher center of gravity. However, having a center of gravity that's too high comes with many disadvantages. Let's talk about them today. The first disadvantage is that a higher center of gravity makes movements lower. If your center of gravity is high, your footwork may feel more like walking, making it hard to move effectively. With a lower center of gravity, your footwork is more grounded on your thighs, allowing for better push-off. The second disadvantage is that with a high center of gravity, even if you manage to move, once you find your power leg, it won't have enough downward force. This lack of pressure reduces power generation. With a lower center of gravity, footwork is faster. And once you find your power leg, you can concentrate your force better, producing stronger shots. As we all know, power comes from the ground. If your thighs aren't engaged, the power of your shots will be limited. The third disadvantage is that if your center of gravity is high, the shots are mostly below you. This prevents you from executing loops effectively. Most of the time, you'll produce slow loops or high arching loops without much power. The fourth disadvantage is that with a high center of gravity, it's harder to see the ball's trajectory clearly. You can't judge whether the shot's arc is higher or lower. When your center of gravity is lower, your head is closer to the racket, allowing you to see the ball's height more clearly. You can then adjust the racket accordingly to attack effectively. Professional players demonstrate this well, even when the ball is very low. They lower not just their hand but their whole body. Their head and hand move in sync. Afterward, they execute flatter trajectories. If the ball is low, your body must go even lower to connect the legs, hips, and hands for a better attack. A higher center of gravity affects your movement speed, power generation, and prediction of the shot. So try to keep your center of gravity low. Only by staying low can you move faster, generate more power, and judge shots more accurately. I've noticed many players mention that their stance is too high, but they don't know how to fix it. Today, I'll explain how. To lower your center of gravity, there are two methods to correct a high stance. The first method is one we've already discussed. Bend your legs. This is widely known. If you lower your legs, your center of gravity will naturally drop. The second method, however, is the one I recommend. Keep your hand closer to your head. Help you better aim at the shot. We can summarize lowering the stance as aiming from below. When your stance is lower, you aim with your paddle and head closer together. If your stance is too high, your shot angle looks like this. You're aiming from below the shot. But when you lower your legs, some may still find their elbow flipping during loops, as the contact point remains unchanged. It doesn't adapt. Whether the stance is high or low, the contact point stays here. It's static. To fix this, bring the paddle closer to your head. Let your paddle and head aim together. If the shot is here, aim this way. If it's here, aim like this. And here, aim accordingly. Your body's proportions will align better. Your movement will match the shot's height. Don't stick to just one stance. If your stance is low, but the shot is here, it will still disconnect. So adjust the proportions to find the shot. The same applies to the backhand. If your proportions are off, you won't generate much power. You'll lose sight of the shot's height and defensive feel, affecting offense as well. So keep your hand closer to your head. Aim this way, and your defense will feel more stable. Your wrist and elbow will act like a shield to defend the shot. I can also see the height of the shot with my eyes. This helps me adjust the center of gravity of my body. So, we need to adjust how we aim at the shot. To lower our center of gravity, this is the most logical approach. It aligns better with the shot. It's not just about lowering the center of gravity to an extreme level. How low should it go? That depends. The key is to lower it along with the shot. So keep the head closer to the hand to adjust your center of gravity. If your shots lack power, it's likely because your body's center of gravity isn't moving toward the shot. Instead, you're pulling away from the shot. Even if your arm movements are good, you might still lack the contribution from your body's center of gravity. Legs, waist, and hand working together to meet the shot. For topspin, we need to move forward toward the shot. For underspin, we need to meet the shot by moving upward or diagonally forward. Some players even shy away from the shot. We must move toward the shot. Today, let's focus on training to strengthen the center of gravity. Power originates from the ground. Without a stable center of gravity, the whole body feels like it's floating, and loops lack power. 1. Static squat training. Lean forward with your weight on your thighs. Heels slightly raised. 2. Squat jumps. Start from a static squat and jump slightly, keeping your center of gravity steady. 3. Push-turn training. Focus on coordinating the body and feeling the power generated. 4. Combination training. 2 adjustment steps combined with hip thrusts. 2. Practice explosive power during movement. By joining my membership, you can watch more than 10 videos in advance and access 30 professional tutorial videos by Fangbo. I will continue to update a members-only video every week. These videos cover everything from beginner basics to advanced techniques,
because it's possible for him to push it to your forehand area,
ensuring you'll find the skills you need. The cost ranges from $1 to $3, depending on your region. Thank you all for your support.